welcome back to Mafia 3. Today Lincoln is still at MJ's farm, and the reason for this is he wants to learn a bit more about MJ's business, so off he goes to speak to MJ.
Staff Sergeant, have I got a business opportunity for you?
Didn't waste any time, did you?
Went and grabbed where Slim's asshole brigade didn't burn. Still trying to get things up and running again. Already got vultures at the farm trying to pick over my old operation.
You need any help?
Maybe I'll take you up on that offer to partner up. If you're interested, we could build something here, man.
I can think of tougher hustles. Fuck MJ. Let's get New Bordeaux high.
See if you can find some of that ditchweed. That'll get us on our way to a first crop.
So this looks similar to Sammy's. You can upgrade this to gain more money. I don't think this is something we're going to pay too much attention to, as we're very much story focused rather than making loads of money just to buy an extra car or two. We don't really need any of this money wise, I don't think. But it'd be handy in case we decide to do something else or we do really struggle for money. But I think as the last part of this DLC, I don't really think this is much use to us. And also it's a long way to drive just to come and pick this up. If there was a more local place to collect this from, maybe. But for me, it's just a bit of added fluff of the DLC, essentially, that you can do just to gain some money quickly. Although we have to let it grow, so I'm not too sure how quickly that will be. So rather than spend too much money on this, we're just going to leave it as it is. And I think plant what we need to do and go and see MJ one last time.
All we have is a little baby reefer right now. Give it some time.
So there we have it. That is MJ's mission done. Herbalism is complete. Now Lincoln goes to see the voice.
Keeping it locked down, Laveau.
Sinclair. You think you deal with one thing? Yeah. You did a good job with Slim. The feds have him, but he's doing his damnedest to change that.
But all that evidence.
It's a start. But more folks in Sinclair need to speak up. And they can't if the sheriff's department and whoever else is terrorizing them.
Where can I start?
I can point you to some concerned citizens in Sinclair.
Let me see what I can do to help.
Thank you. Help them and we'll be a step closer to keeping Slim Beaumont behind bars.
So the voice has told Lincoln that the sheriff's department are trying to stop local residents speaking up against Slim Beaumont, and a few of them need Lincoln's help. Lincoln's first stop is the lawyer's office to see what he can do.
You Remus?
Christian Remus, Esquire. And you're Laveau's acquaintance. Well, mind the mess. I understand you can help me get my Blanche back.
Blanche your woman? What's Slim on with her?
Well, you see, I've had occasion to perform legal services for Sheriff Beaumont, along with some not-so-legal services.
Now Slim's afraid you'll talk, but he doesn't want you dead.
Which is why his thugs kidnapped my Blanche. See, they're keeping her over in the scrapyard, the one that got blown up.
I know it.
Save her. Save her, and I'll sing like a proverbial canary.
So the lawyer tells Lincoln that his wife has been kidnapped to keep him quiet, but they do know where she's being kept, and that is the scrapyard. So Lincoln arrives at the scrapyard, and for this he's going to take his time and try and get her back without too much fuss. But as always, if things go wrong, he's very, very happy to shoot.
tree for taking cover. I can't move.
Odds ain't leaning in your favor. There's that fucker. Damn, it hurts. Ducking down. Got past every single one of us? Jesus.
He's killing us. Fine, let's look someplace else.
To blame. Oh, yes! Got him!
He's killing us.
Buy me some time. Moving behind something. Oh, it's gonna be
Over there.
done gone somewhere.
We ain't gonna find him
Gonna
back
keep
there.
looking for you, boy.
Now I get to whoop you. Taking cover. Seen him? Where you go, fellas? Keep looking. Let's try over here now.
I'm checking over there. No sign here. Let's look elsewhere.
Check if he double back.
Hello? Anybody?
If he's smart, he ran.
Check if he double back. He got all cut. Shit, I'm taking cover. Ugh.
Age before beauty, boys. Some bitch had me pinned.
We killed another cop.
Code 35, suspicious person on foot. Responding unit investigate. Suspect described as colored male, 25, above average height. Back up en route.
Who?
We
We ain't got time for who, what, when. Go out the back way. Christian's waiting for you at his place.
Get those assholes. All right?
Found him! Get over here! I'm pinned down here!
Ain't many of us. Grenade! Goddamn Africa!
Gotta hunker down! Fellas, over here! All set to shoot! Fucking jail! Oh, unit search is called off.
The lawyer's wife is safe and Lincoln has also escaped as well, so he heads back to the lawyer to make sure everything's okay.
Figured you'd be in the wind by now.
Well, there's a 2 o'clock train ticket with our names on them. Fake names, of course.
But you'll testify.
If it means not having to look over my shoulder for the rest of my life, yeah. Yeah, I'll testify.
You take care of her now.
And that is the proverbial canary complete. The next name on Lincoln's list that the voice gave him is a preacher that is having some issues with some local radicals. Lincoln heads to see him and see what he can do.
Welcome, welcome, friend. We are a congregation open to all.
I'm Laveau's friend.
Christ, man. We don't get too many colored folks in these parts. Southern Union sees to that.
Yeah, those assholes have their hooks in Sinclair. Sorry.
Oh, fuck it. It's Slim's doing. He's in lockup, but he figures if he lets the Southern Union loose, he'll keep Sinclair in line.
And keep folks quiet. So you want somebody to mix it up. Make it hard for the Southern Union to operate.
You'll find rallies going on at the Sinclair Trailer Park and the old farm. I believe you are an instrument of justice, and I pray you can convince them to leave my people be.
So the preacher is having some issues with the Southern Union, who are holding rallies around the area, and he instructs Lincoln as the instrument of justice to deal with these rallies. So the first rally Lincoln heads to is the Trailer Park rally. Let's see him take down the leaders. Or maybe not.
Here he comes! I'm taking cover! Got a beat on a dumb sumbitch!
That is all the leaders of that rally dealt with, so Lincoln can now move on to the next one. The next one is actually at a barn, but Lincoln decides he needs a new vehicle, so he calls in an armoured truck just to be sure that he's safe from all their bullets. But it's time to take down the leaders at the barn rally.
Smell like shit? Taking the shot!
Food for the whole family. Daddy can order a big Hank.
The leaders have all been dealt with by the instrument of justice, that is Lincoln, so he heads back to the preacher to let him know the good news.
Southern Union won't be bothering your people anytime soon. I think they saw the light.
You whooped their asses is what you're saying. Thank you. And thank Laveau for all he's trying to do around here.
From your mouth to God's ear.
Go in peace, Mr. Clay.
Not likely.
And that is the instrument of justice complete. Lincoln has dealt with all the Southern Union rallies. Next stop is a widow whose husband has been killed, but we don't quite know why. So let's find out.
You're with that Laveau, right? Slim's pissant buddies in the department are planning to dump a whole mess of documents for the man.
Let me guess. Documents that can help send Slim up the river.
Bobby, my husband, worked records at the department. When Slim went up, Bobby overheard one of the deputies, Tupelo, talking about burning all kinds of shit. Records of the fucked up shit the department's been getting up to. Tupelo found out Bobby knew. Then he killed him. He was a good man.
Where's Tupelo now?
Landry's. You should know it's a Southern Union bar.
You stay safe. I'll get justice for Bobby.
Ain't looking for no justice, son.
So the widow's husband was killed because he knew too much. They silenced him to stop others finding out what he knew. But she does have a location where the person who did this hangs out. And it's a bar called Landry's. Supposedly a Southern Union bar. So Lincoln heads to this bar to find Tupelo and to try and get some information out of him. Obviously, as this is a Southern Union bar, we can expect a bit of trouble.
Kids seem to love it. Maybe I'm just too old to get it.
Nigga shows his face round here, and I'm gonna cut his face right off.
Sure you will. Sure.
After what he did to Aubrey, Deacon, to Roy and Avery? Damn right I will.
To Aubrey, and Deacon, and Roy, and what the fuck's his name?
Who?
I don't know. To the boys we lost. And God help the cocksucker without them.
Trouble's on the way! Plug him! Get out of here. Everybody get! Everybody get! Everybody
Jesus, please, please save me.
Seek and ye shall find.
Getting down low. Fuck us down, that's a new one.
Whoa, ducking.
Gonna light your ass up.
Forearm. I better not run out of smoke.
We gonna find you.
You's goddamn well eyeballing me, nigga. What?
You're gonna tell me where the documents are, Tupelo.
They're burning the shit out the old Miller farm. You already too late.
Fucking pigs.
So Tupelo, during the interrogation, has given up the location of where all the evidence is being burnt. Lincoln heads to the burn site to try and save the evidence.
I'm fucking exhausted.
National Guard on diesel.
Code Search 5, suspicious person on foot. Responding unit investigate. Suspect described as colored 25, above average height. Back up on route.
Killed another cop!
Suspect still at large. Additional units responded. Suspect described as colored male, 25, above average height. Back up on route. All unit search is called off. Repeat, abandon search. Return to patrol.
LeVeaux, the sheriff's department was trying to burn up his paper trail.
And you stopped him.
If you can send somebody over, it's all stashed in a truck behind the body shop.
One of the boys are on their way. Thanks, Lincoln.
And that is a good man complete. The evidence has been saved. The pickup has been arranged with the voice. Now Lincoln's going to head back to the voice and let him know that everything's going to be okay.
Hey, thanks to you, Slim Beaumont staying right where it's supposed to be, in a cell.
You check in on those folks? Irma, the preacher, Remus?
Irma and Remus left town under the movement's protection. Jeremiah, he's still there, still preaching. You did good. Oh, Roxy sends her best. Says you owe her a letter. You two corresponding?
That's my cue to split. I'll catch you on the other side, LeBeau.
The arrest and subsequent conviction of Sheriff Walter Beaumont exploded from a story of small-town corruption to national news. You see, Beaumont named names. He implicated over a dozen co-conspirators in the Sinclair Parish Sheriff's Department. He identified members of the white supremacist Southern Union. And some of those men belonged to the Louisiana political machine. Now, for his part, Beaumont accepted a sentence of 15 years in prison. He served 12, most of it in solitary confinement for his own safety. He was shot and killed in 1989 in the driveway of his home. There were no suspects, and no one was ever charged.
And that is Concerned Citizen's complaint. It's always weird how everyone seems to get killed in their driveway and there's never a suspect. Just seems to be a habit, doesn't it? But that is also the DLC Faster Baby done. We've done everything we can mission-wise, story-wise, so Lincoln can go back to his own path. But actually, there is another DLC for us to look at. So in the next episode, we're going to do the final DLC before Lincoln finally puts his final plans in action. There's plenty of finals there. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time for more Mafia 3.